Yes,
All right, so the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good morning to you. This is Kakaaki Social. I'm Obozeghie. Now, the embattled leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, is angry over his continued detention by the federal government. He says he's concerned that government officials are profiting from insecurity in the southeast, and that's why he's been held back, because they are aware he has the capacity to restore calm to the region in 2 minutes. Kanu was furiously speaking after he was again denied bail by Justice Binta Anyako of the Federal High Court here in Abuja, when he alleged also plots to have him killed in DSS custody.
And they know it very well. They know it very well. And I suspect that some people in government are complicit. They are making money with insecurity. That's correct. They are making money with it. They know Nnamdi Kanu is outside. In 2 minutes, this nonsense will stop. Who is that will speak when I'm talking? Who is the? Who is the? I ask. That I give an order in the east and any counter it. Who is the bastard? I'm asking you.
So, sir,
nobody can.
Sir, are you against?
Nnamdi Kanu.
All right, Nnamdi Kanu right there yesterday in Abuja. CG27 says President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will likely free him almost to the end of his first tenure. That will be the mid-term surprise package for the East, which he will help President Bola Ahmed Tinubu secure the second tenure, which will really cement the evolution of the new Nigeria. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu must finish his administration 8 years. Also, Adoni says, very true, all through the period Nnamdi Kanu was free and moving about his indigenous people of Biafra agenda, there was no form of violence, intimidation or killings in the southeast. More thought will be from Adewale, who says, yes, he may have them in his pocket, but it's not possible to fix it within 2 minutes. Within minutes, some people are making money from the turbulence. And also in reaction to this, Vision Vote says, does that mean he's the reason there is insecurity in the East? This statement is more indicting that what he's trying to convey. Now, my question, if really you command such power, why not give the order and let them follow it? And he says, let the law take its course. Well, when he says minutes, maybe he wasn't literal about it. Pro-Obedience says, Nigeria government has no reason to keep detaining him. Treasonable felony laid against Igboho, Shaware, etc. was dropped. Why still holding Kanu, even when the Supreme Court have freed him? Tribal sentiment is now playing in this case because Igbo is involved. And he says, hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu now. More thought to the National Assembly is coming from the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, who in reaction to the killing of 17 army officers in Okwama community in the Ughelli South local government area of Delta State, says the culprit may be mercenaries and not people from the Niger Delta region. He said this during a debate on 2 merged motions by Senators Abdulaziz Yaradua and Ede Dafinon. Well, Dafinon, who represents Delta Central, had raised a motion calling for relief and assistance to victims of the attack. However, Akpabio interjected, telling the lawmaker not to conclude just yet.
See, I don't want you to conclude. I don't believe that these people are from Niger Delta, those who did the killings, because we respect men and women in uniform. So that's why I'm saying that your additional prayer should actually be to carry out the thorough investigation to know whether these were mercenaries from outside Niger Delta who came in to commit this crime, because I don't think these people are Niger Deltans. We are not at war, even in a period of war, to lose such number of personnel. No community will go to the extent of doing this kind of thing. I don't think they are from Niger Delta. So I think the first point should be that we should first establish the culprits who committed this crime. We must take it seriously. Supposing they are not from Niger Delta, supposing they are not even Nigerians, and we now come and talk about giving relief materials to people should pay for the consequences of their crimes. I would not support relief material. Dismiss Senator Dixon, please, but not relief material.
All right, let's have some thought from Instagram. Zid says, at least He talked true for here. How can you say youth killed gallant men and commandant? Are you guys thinking at all? Okay, long one from D says, I never still understand waiting 2 generals, 1 captain, and 2 small communities they do for the same sentence. Make una tell us truth. Wetin really happen? Wetin them make them fight for the community? Why the presence of such high rank armies? Questions for, I don't know, maybe the person you're directing those to would answer. The final thought on this is coming from this user who says, relief materials are for victims of military massacre, not those who committed the crime. How does giving relief stop investigation, Mr. Senate President? And to our final story for the day. The federal government says it has uncovered the identities of 15 entities made up of 9 individuals and 6 bureau de change operators and firms that are allegedly involved in terrorism financing in Nigeria. Well, according to Punch newspapers this midnight, one of them is a Kaduna-based publisher, Tuko Mamu. Another was responsible for the Abuja Kaduna train attack, and another one responsible for the massacre at St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo, Ondo State, and others. Well, their names were not mentioned. Well, concerned persons and institutions are required to immediately identify and freeze without prior notice all funds, all assets, and any other economic resources belonging to the mentioned persons and entities in their possession and report same to the Sanctions Committee. Well, this and a host of others is what they should do first, and that is a document from Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, NFIU, as Punch newspaper noted. Just some thought on this. Skyface says, ghost's name, as I mentioned, just the name was mentioned. Let's have some thought before we call it a day. Ufoma Matthew says, it's a good job. Another user responding to that, Marcus, says, it's rubbish. So the people don't have known names, and there are no Nigerian politicians in the list. And final thought from Truth says, the list is not completed, expecting to see names of some ex-governors, senators, etc. Well, I'm not sure you are in the intelligence space, so they must have done their thorough job, maybe thorough to have arrived at this. So that's how we call it a day today. We really hope that the federal government would continue their investigation and give us names that, you know, maybe not familiar with, but names that we can trace. People not even giving us events that we are familiar with. Give us the names of those people, if indeed that's what you said you want to do.
Absolutely, but like you said, they are not the intelligence. And so they should trust the process till it comes to a full circle. Maybe that's what we would also do here. You know, when we speculate, we tend to jump. And then at the end of the day, we may find out that really it is what it is.
True.
True.
All right. It's really a pathetic, situation in Nigeria at the moment, but we hope, everyone gets to the root of the matter. What is important is to avoid a recurrence of such terrible incidents in the country. So, Brenna, not a day to laugh, so let's let it go.
Thank you. See you tomorrow.
All right.
Salute. Bye.
All right, so Kakaaki, the African Voice, and we'll continue our conversation. We're still looking at